Hello everyone. Today we will discuss the DSP Lab report 2, that is time domain analysis of signal. In this experiment we perform endpoint detection algorithm. This algorithm is used to eliminate this signal, eliminate the noise signal from the main speech signal. Now how we perform this experiment? We take a audio sample in .wav format, and after that we break that audio file in small blocks of input samples, and we shift that block by some periods, so that it will cover the whole audio sample. Now and we perform various functions. Like short-term energy, short-term magnitude, autocorrelation, and so on. And by that measures we differentiate the noise signal from this main speech signal based on that observation. Now let's move to our report. Now I have specified all the general variable that I have used in my code. So X is the input signal and Y is the output signal for a generic code that I have written for the MATLAB. Now I don't want to extend the video, so I am not explaining each bit. So first is so I will explain the 8 functions bit by bit. So first one is short-term magnitude, and the definition is quite simple. That is sum of absolute values of the speech window's magnitude. Now what is that? The block we obtain for each the block we obtain of the particular audio speech signal. Now we break that block into array of small number of bits, and we take the sum of the absolute values of the audio signal bits. Now the code is also very simple. I have taken n as length of x, and I have iterated from p to q, and I have added all the absolute values of the x array to the y and return that y value. Now come to the second function, that is short-term energy, STE. Now short-term energy definition is as well as very simple. That is sum of the squares of each window's magnitude is called short-term magnitude, and the and the total energy of the speech block. Now we can calculate by taking the absolute of the each xi and then squaring it and adding to y, and then returning the y to the main branch. Now the code is also very simple. Now the sample entropy. Now it is the measure of the expected amount of information conveyed by identify the output on a random trail. It is the definition, and the measure of expected amount of information conveyed by the random trail. It is the definition, and the significance is using the entropy equation we can measure the randomness. So for noise signal the value of entropy is very high, because noise is as random as possible, because they are very random signals. Thus we can differentiate between noise and speech signal. Now the formula, the mathematical formula for calculating the sample entropy is minus x log x, log x. Now I have implemented the same. Now short-term cross zero crossing rate. Now zero crossing rate is the number of zeros per number of zero crossing per sample of speech. In this case q minus p plus 1 is the total sample, and c is the number of zero crossings. So I have implemented the same logic with the MATLAB code. and the then comes short-term autocorrelation function. So short-term autocorrelation function is, as we know from signals and system course, it is xn plus k whole summation minus infinity to infinity. Now come the first zero crossing location. Now it is very interesting part. The first whenever our input signal hits first zero, means crosses the first zero, then I have see here, I have assigned val to I. It is the position where the first zero occurrence occur, and after that I means I never come to this if loop, if block. After that never reaches the if loop. After it strikes, after it executed once only, then the first zero crossing stores the value of VL, that is the first zero crossing value. Now Rmax and Kmax are the local maxima after the first zero crossing. Similarly ACF1, FCF2, FCF3 are autocorrelation factors, and the decaying rate is DCR, which is E1 by ET. Means suppose the energy of first sample is, let's say, E1, and after some t time the energy is let's say it becomes ET, then the decaying rate will be E1 by ET, as we all know. Now these are the some general statistics like mean, wire, skew and kurtosis, which it is very basic, so I am not gonna explain it. I can explain the third order and fourth order as of now. Mean is as we know, all the summation of all divided by samples, and variance is the difference between the mean and the sample square divided by all the samples. Similarly, we can go for third order and fourth order. Now here is the interesting part, a number of turning points, that is NPT. I have written a function NPT, that is that calculates the number of times the speech signal crosses the zeroth line. I have implemented the same. If the previous value is greater than 0 and the next value is less than 0, then there will be a point where it intersects the 0th line. That is the whole logic. And similarly, if the value is less than 0 and the next value is greater than 0, then there will be a 0 in between them. That is the whole logic I have written here. Now it is the main code or driver code. Now coming to the main code part. Here I am taken the audio file as .wav, and my file name is fv11.wav, and I have taken a block size of 0.03, that is 30 millihertz, and similarly block shift of 10 millihertz, and I have taken number of sample as pulse side into sampling frequency. Similarly, n as pulse shift into sampling frequency. Now I have taken L. L is the complete length for which our while loop will run. I will show where is L is used. This is the case. It is our condition where we will exit. Now I have initialized O with 1 and R with first initially it is m. Now I will increment in each iteration and increment n, and whenever the r is just greater than l, means just greater than l means then the while loop will be stopped. While will be stopped here, and for each of that case, for each block, I am calculating stem, means short term magnitude, short term energy, short term crossing zero, mean, where, skew, curses. Similarly all the possible all the variable, all the components. Now I have plotted the same. I have plotted the same in short term magnitude. Now what is the main objective of our experiment is to calculate means I will show the results. Now it is the first graph. Now our aim is this. Okay. Our aim is to means to eliminate this noise. So what we are doing is we are setting up a threshold value, and if it is greater than the threshold value, we'll giving a digital value of 1 to that threshold value, and if it is less, we are giving a digital value of 0. Now what we are doing is we are multiplying this into this continuous signal with this discontinuous signal, and we are obtaining a graph simply which is greater than the threshold values. So I have given let me show one threshold value here. I have given a short term magnitude threshold value as 20. If its value is greater than 20, then it is a recognized speech signal. If it is less than 20, it is not. It is considered as a noise signal. So we are eliminating this by this digital 1 and digital 0. Similarly for short term energy and autocorrelation. For among all these digital means rejection, the autocorrelation is the best one to reject all the noises which I absorb. And this is all about the experiment. We have performed all this. This graph is short term magnitude, short term energy. I can't focus it, but you will show that we are simply filtering the noise based on the magnitude in the first two cases. Similarly for autocorrelation. So you can see that we are getting digital ones and multiplying with the continuous signal, and we get the refined signal, which is not far, but which is mainly removed from all the most noises that are originally present in the speech signal. Thank you all for listening to the end.